Hi, hello, welcome to TutorSpeak. Today we will be discussing about the SSC pre-final question paper of Hyderabad district. Answers we can get even if we Google it or we check in some any model paper or any all-in-one. The main point of discussing the question paper here is how to attempt the questions, paper presentation, and how to remember the answers. And the last but not the least point is how to attempt a question even though we didn't learn about the question. Okay, let us start without making any delay. The first question in section 1. Write the material required and precaution to find the focal length of the concave mirror. Let us think that you didn't read about anything about this activity. You didn't read about this. You didn't come through this question during your preparation. Now you want to attempt this question. You can't lose a mark. This is a 2 marks question and it's a mandatory question. Right? How do we attempt the answer for this? First thing, in this question, they are asking about two things. One is material required and the second one is precaution. 1 mark will be given for the material required and 1 mark will be given for the precautions. Now, how do we write? What are the materials required? I didn't read this activity. Now, how do I write or how do I attempt the material required? Let me tell you one thing clearly. In physical science question paper, if you read the question paper carefully, you can attempt half of the question itself. Now they are asking you to write the material required and precaution for the activity where you need to find the focal length of a concave mirror. So obviously, what is that you need? A concave mirror. This is the first material required. Throughout the activity, is it possible for you to hold that concave mirror in your hand? No. So what do you need for that? You need a stand. Either you can write it as a V stand if you have read the textbook, or you can simply write a mirror stand. Both will get the mark. Either V stand or a mirror stand. So two things are done. What we are measuring here? We are measuring the focal length. What do we use for measuring the focal length? Length, a scale. So we use a meter scale. Now we have the mirror. We have the stand to place the mirror. Now we have the meter scale. Where the image is found. In order to get the image, for all the concave mirror activities, we use a screen. So we will write the screen. That's it. That's the end of the material required. Do you have to really by heart the answer having your books in your hands? No. Now, what is the precaution? Most of the activities do not have precautions in the textbook. Precautions are not given in the textbook. So what do we have to write in precaution? In precautions, we have to write something. If is not taken care about, we may not get accurate. అంటే సరిగ్గా చేయకపోతే మనకి ప్రాపర్గా ఆన్సర్ రాదు. మీటర్ స్కేల్, కాన్కేవ్ మిర్రర్ స్టాండ్కి ఉంది, కదలదు. సో నో ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎర్రర్. స్క్రీన్ పట్టుకొని మనం మూవ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడే ఇమేజ్ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో వీ కీప్ మూవింగ్ ఇట్. నా ఎక్కడికి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇమేజ్ ఫామ్ అయింది అనేది ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? యూజింగ్ మీటర్ స్కేల్, రైట్? సో ఒక చేత్తో స్క్రీన్ పట్టుకొని ఇంకొక చేత్తో మెజర్ చేయగలమా? చేయలేము. సో వాట్ డు వీ డూ? వీ విల్ టేక్ ద ప్రికాషన్ ఆఫ్ ద మీటర్ స్కేల్. వీ విల్ ప్లేస్ మీటర్ స్కేల్ parallel to the ground. This is the precaution. దానికి 1 mark, దీనికి 1 mark. Write neatly with a proper underlining, with a proper presentation, you will get full marks. This is all about first question. Now we will move on to the second question. Second question, why do sometimes cooking vessel get blackened on a gas or a kerosene stove? It means గిన్నెలకి మసి ఎందుకు పడుతుంది? That is the question. ఈ చాప్టర్ నుంచి ఇచ్చారు. From which chapter this question is given? It is given from the chapter carbon and its compounds. Now, this question you will be able to answer only when you read the textbook. Okay, only when you read the textbook and understand the concept. Why cooking vessels get blackened? Because of the release of soot. వేసుకునే బ్లాక్ సూట్ కాదు, మసి సూట్. SOOT, soot. Soot means the black color messy. That is called as soot. Now, why cooking vessels get blackened means what happens when there are hydrocarbons, okay, whether it is saturated or unsaturated, for them to burn, they need oxygen, okay. ఏ లివింగ్ బీయింగ్ అయినా ఏ లివింగ్ ఆర్గనిజం అయినా ఒకవేళ ఆక్సిజన్ లేకపోతే ఎట్లా కొట్టుకుంటూ ఉంటుంది. ద సేమ్ వే హైడ్రోకార్బన్స్ బర్న్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు ఆక్సిజన్ సరిగ్గా అందకపోతే కూడా అట్లాగే కొట్టుకుంటాయి. దెన్ విల్ గెట్ ద రెడ్ కలర్ ఫ్లేమ్, ఎల్లో కలర్ ఫ్లేమ్, సరిగ్గా మండక బ్లాక్ కలర్ సూట్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్ దట్ యూ విల్ రైట్? ఓకే, వెన్ ఆక్సిజన్ is not available in sufficient amounts, okay. Cooking vessel, when it is kept on a gas or kerosene stove, not every time it will get blackened, sometimes only. The reason, because oxygen is not available. Not available in what? Sufficient, whatever the required amount. When oxygen is, I'm sorry, not available in sufficient amount during, when oxygen is not available during combustion. Combustion means simple words lo tagalabetadam, okay. In science we have words in such a way, if you take a simple meaning, that is, you know, nothing but the what we see the things around, okay. Combustion means tagalabetadam. So when you are burning something in the presence of oxygen, we call it combustion, okay. So when oxygen is not available in sufficient amount during combustion of hydrocarbons, what are the hydrocarbons here? We have gas, which is LPG or kerosene, okay. Soot will be released. Okay, when oxygen is not available in sufficient amount during combustion of hydrocarbons like LPG or kerosene, soot will be released. It is very important to mention this word, soot. You change the sentence as you like. You change the sentence as you like with the same meaning, but should not miss this word, okay. Soot will be released. Soot is nothing but what we see the black color on the vessels, okay. Okay, that is why we can write here making the vessels blackened, okay. When there is no sufficient amount of oxygen available, cooking vessels get blackened because of the formation of soot. You can write like this also, okay. The ultimate reason is oxygen is not available. That is why soot is released, and that is why cooking vessels will become dark or blackened. Clear? Now we will move on to the third question. Now, third question, write the balanced chemical equation for the combustion of propane in the presence of oxygen. Remember one thing, whenever there is a question asked to write a balanced chemical equation, you should not write the balanced chemical equation directly. Reason is to give a good presentation. First, always write with the skeleton equation. Skeleton equation ante enti? Balance avvani equation, okay. Then you write the heading balanced equation and write the equation. It is for the good presentation, okay. Now what is the equation that you have to write? Combustion of propane. Combustion antene తగలబెట్టడం అని చెప్పాను కదా, which means burning in the presence of oxygen. Most of the cases this sentence will not be given in the presence of oxygen. They'll simply ask combustion of propane. So whenever you see the word combustion, which means it is reacting with oxygen. Okay, combustion means reacting with oxygen because it is burning, and burning happens only in the presence of oxygen, not when oxygen is not there. Okay, now how do we write the answer for this? First is propane. Pro means 3 carbons, 3 carbon compound. So propane, you will write the heading skeleton equation. Propane C3H8 reacts with what? Reacts with oxygen. Combustion means oxygen. Any alkane, remember, alkane, propane, butane, methane, anything, any alkane, when reacts with oxygen, okay, alkane when reacts with oxygen, you get carbon dioxide and water. Clear? Any alkane, in the place of propane they can ask you butane or pentane, hexane, methane, anything. Any alkane in the presence of oxygen, which means during combustion reaction they release carbon dioxide and water. These are only the products. Now we got the skeleton equation. Now we have to balance it. Okay, pause the video for a second, then balance the equation on your own, try it, and then check your answer with me. Okay, now what is the balanced equation? Here we have 3 carbons, here we have only 1 carbon, here we have 8 hydrogens, we have 2 hydrogens, right? So first we will try to balance the carbons. 3 are there, so if we write 3 will be balanced. 8 hydrogens are there, 4 2s are 8. Okay, let us count oxygen. 3 2s are 6 oxygens plus 4, 6 plus 4 10, so we will get 5 oxygens. So balanced equation will be C3H8 plus 5O2 gives rise to 3CO2 plus 4H2O. This is the equation which you have for around 2 to 3 pages in your textbook. Okay, now if we write like this, is it okay? If you take in the examination point of view, it is okay, but if you want to grasp the attention of the evaluator, okay, it is better to write the names below the balanced equation. So what we have here, propane reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Now when you present the answer like this, even though if the evaluator want to deduct any marks, he will not be able to do it with the perfect presentation. Okay, now we will move on to the 4th question. Coming to section 2, 4th question. Write 4 quantum numbers. What does each quantum number signify? Most of the students may find it tough when you see this question. 4 quantum numbers everyone know, but when you suddenly see the word signify, you may be worried what to write. It is nothing but what the quantum numbers denote. Okay, simply 2 sentences for each quantum numbers 8 points, 4 marks. Done with the answer. Okay, what is the first quantum number? First quantum number is principal quantum number. So I wrote the name. Okay, now what does it signify? First we will write it is denoted by letter N. It is not required actually to write this, but in order to make it a 4-mark answer and not look very short, we will write this point. Okay, so principal quantum number is denoted by letter N. It signifies, as we have the word signify, we are using the same word. Okay, it signifies the energy level in which the electron is present. Whenever we are writing about quantum numbers in detail, we will write this sentence very simply. Denotes the energy level or the shell. But here, as they are specifically asking for the significance, we will elaborate it. Okay, so what principal quantum number will denote, or it will signify, or what is the importance of the principal quantum number? It will tell us in which energy level the electron is present. Now we know which energy level the electron is present. Let us think the electron is present in the third energy level or the third shell. Where in the third shell? That will be described by the azimuthal quantum number. In the third shell, where the electron is present. Okay, azimuthal quantum number or angular momentum quantum number. Anything you can write. Now, if we write angular momentum quantum number or azimuthal quantum number, it is denoted by what? Okay, it is denoted by letter L. Now, what is the importance? See, all the quantum numbers show where the electron is. Principal quantum numbers show which energy level. First shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell. Now, let us think electron is there in the third shell. Now, in third shell, where? If the electron is present in s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, which orbital? It will be described by the azimuthal quantum number or the L value. So, azimuthal quantum number says in which orbital the electron is present. Okay. Or we can say it describes the shape of the subshell. Which subshell the electron is present or the shape of the subshell. Now, it signifies the subshell in which the electron is present. Alright. So, first shell completed, next subshell completed. In the subshell where the electron is present. See, whenever you are going to any apartment to go to your friend's house or to meet your friend, first you will go to the apartment. In the apartment where? First floor, second floor, third floor. Let us think your friend is there in second floor. You went to second floor. In second floor, which house? There will be many houses in the second floor. Right? Now you went to the house. That is nothing but the azimuthal quantum number, first house, second house, third house, in the same floor. Okay, now in the house, you entered the house. Where in the house? Is she in the hall or is he in the hall? Okay, in the drawing room, in the kitchen, in the balcony, where? That will be described. So in the subshell itself, where the electron is present, that will be described by the third quantum number, which is magnetic quantum number. So what is the third quantum number? Magnetic quantum number. It is denoted by letter M. Now, energy level, principal quantum number. In the energy level, subshell, s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, f orbital will be explained by azimuthal quantum number or angular momentum quantum number. Now, in that subshell or in the orbital where the electron is present, along the x-axis plane, along the y-axis plane, or along the z-axis plane. Okay, orientation. This is what orientation means. Orientation means, is the electron, can we see the electron along the x-axis, or can we find the electron along the y-axis, or can we find the electron along the z-axis? Which plane we can find? What is the orientation will be described by the magnetic quantum number. So what does it describe? It describes the orientation. Orientation of what? Is electron oriented? No. Then what is oriented? The orbital is oriented. Orientation of the subshell. If you want, you can write the example. Example, p orbital, px, py, pz. We have these orbitals, right? Px, which means the orientation of the atomic orbital is along the x-axis. Py, the orientation of the atomic orbital is along the y-axis. Pz, orientation of the atomic orbital is along the z-axis. It will be denoted by the magnetic quantum number. The last but not the least, spin quantum number. You went to your friend's house, okay? You went into the apartment, you went to the floor, you went to the house, you went to the room. Now, how your friend is? Is he sitting, standing, sleeping? Okay, that is what we will learn about the spin quantum number also. What is the position? How the electron is? Is it rotating clockwise or is it rotating anti-clockwise? Okay, so spin quantum number. It is denoted by S. You have only two things, plus half and minus half. So it describes what? I told you already, the spin, whether it is rotating clockwise or rotating anti-clockwise. So it describes the spin of the electron. That's it. So 4 quantum numbers and their importance. Instead of signify, they can ask you as to write about the importance of the quantum numbers. Then also you will write the same answer. As at 4 marks, 2 points for each quantum number, 8 points will be more than sufficient for you to get full 4 marks. Okay, now we will move on to the next question. Now let us start with the next question, fifth question. What is hybridization? Explain the formation of BF3 molecule. Now hybridization question is mostly asked as an LAQ. Long answer question. This time it is asked as a SAQ. Now what is hybridization? First we will understand the concept before we write the answer. If you understand the concept, whatever may be the compound or the molecule which is given, you can easily write it. Okay, the only thing is you need to understand the concept. Always first we will take, in order to understand the concept, we will take the central molecule boron. Okay, atomic number of boron is 5. Okay, so how do we write the electronic configuration of boron? 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. This is the electronic configuration in the ground state. Now what happens to the electronic configuration in the excited state? It will become 2s1, 2p2. This is the excited state electronic configuration of boron. Now what happens during hybridization? Okay, for you to understand it clearly, let me take the, use these waste papers. We have one s orbital here. So this is something like a spherical shape. I'm taking it as s orbital. Two p orbitals. P orbitals will be in dumbbell shape. Now what is an orbital? It is nothing but some space where the electron is present. Okay. If you go in your house, you will be sitting mostly where the TV is there. Right. So there are high chances of finding you in the room where the TV is there. Right. The same way, there is high chance to find the electron in these spaces, which we call it as orbitals. Okay, so orbital is nothing but a space. Now we have, what are the spaces? S orbital and P orbital. These are the orbitals. What happens during hybridization? Intermixing of atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals intermix together and rearrange. Now mixing is done. They rearrange themselves. Okay, atomic orbitals intermix together and rearrange themselves to form unique hybrid orbitals. What are the hybrid orbitals? The orbitals which have almost the same energy, same shape and same size. Now, how many orbitals are intermixing here? 3 orbitals are intermixing. So, how many hybrid orbitals will be formed? 3 hybrid orbitals will be formed like this. Okay. 3 hybrid orbitals will be formed like this. Now, how the hybrid orbitals are arranged in boron? See, always remember, if this is the shape of a p orbital, hybrid orbital will have a shape with one larger lobe and one smaller lobe. The reason for this larger lobe, for maximum overlapping. బాండ్ ఫార్మేషన్ స్ట్రాంగ్గా ఉండడానికి, ఓవర్లాపింగ్ బాగా జరగడానికి, we have one larger lobe and one smaller lobe. So I am showing here only one larger lobes. So how many orbitals are intermixing? 3 orbitals. After intermixing, what they are happening? They are rearranging themselves to form 3 hybrid orbitals. Right? So you understood hybridization, nothing. Intermixing of orbitals and rearranging themselves. Okay. So, what do you write hybridization? How do you write any hybridization answer? First, always starts with the definition. So, what we discussed about hybridization? I told intermixing and rearranging. Okay. ఈ 2 words గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే మొత్తం డెఫినేషన్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. Intermixing and rearranging. What are intermixing and rearranging? Obviously orbitals. ఒక్క ఆర్బిటల్ ఇంటర్మిక్స్ అయి రీఅరేంజ్ అవ్వచ్చా? నో. So obviously it has to be either 2 or more than 2. So intermixing and rearranging of 2 or more atomic orbitals to form what they are forming as a result, hybrid orbitals. Hybridization of the hybrid orbitals to form hybrid orbitals. What is the speciality of hybrid orbitals? They have equivalent. Equivalent means almost equal. Okay, to form hybrid orbitals of equivalent shape, size, and the most important energy, etc. This is the hybridization definition. So hybridization anta pedda confusing concept kaadu. Orbitals ఉన్నాయి. Orbitals అంటే ఏంటి? జస్ట్ స్పేసెస్ వేర్ ది ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఆర్ ప్రెసెంట్. ఈ స్పేసెస్ అనేది ఇంటర్మిక్స్ అయ్యి న్యూ స్పేసెస్ ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. ఆ న్యూ స్పేసెస్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? దే విల్ బి ఆఫ్ ఈక్వల్ ఎనర్జీ. ఈక్వల్ ఎనర్జీ ఉండడం వల్ల ఆటమ్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయి, ఆటమ్స్ లో ఉన్న ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయి ఈక్వల్ గా బాండ్ ఫార్మేషన్ కి డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ అవుతాయి. ఓకే, సో intermixing or rearranging of 2 or more atomic orbitals to form hybrid orbitals of equivalent shape, size and energy. 2 atoms మధ్యలో ఫామ్ అయ్యేది బాండ్. హైబ్రిడైజేషన్ సింగిల్ ఆటమ్ లోనే అవుతుంది. ఓకే, సింపుల్గా ఇంకా సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే మీ ఇంట్లో ఉన్న స్పేస్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద హౌస్ యూఆర్ స్టేయింగ్, ఓకే, ఇంత కిచెన్ ఉంది, ఇంత బెడ్రూమ్ ఉంది, ఇంత హాల్ ఉంది, మొత్తం గోడలని పగలగొట్టేసి ఇంత హాల్ చేసి, ఇంత బెడ్రూమ్ చేసి, ఇంత కిచెన్ చేశారనుకోండి, యు ఆర్ రీఅరేంజింగ్ ద రూమ్స్. సేమ్ హ్యాపెన్స్ విత్ ద హైబ్రిడైజేషన్. ఎస్ ఆర్బిటాల్ ఉంది, ఇంత పి ఆర్బిటాల్ ఉంది. ఓకే, వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్? దే ఆర్ మిక్సింగ్ ది స్పేసెస్ అండ్ రీఅరేంజింగ్ ది ఆర్బిటాల్స్ అమాంగ్ ది ఆటమ్, ఇన్ ది ఆటమ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. ఒకే ఆటంలో అవుతుంది హైబ్రిడైజేషన్ అనేది, సెంట్రల్ ఆటంలో మాత్రమే అవుతుంది. రిమెంబర్ దిస్ వెరీ వెల్. హైబ్రిడైజేషన్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ ఓన్లీ ఇన్ ద సెంట్రల్ ఆటమ్. ఓకే, ఆ సెంట్రల్ ఆటంలో అయ్యేది హైబ్రిడైజేషన్, తర్వాత ఫామ్ అయ్యేది బాండ్. సో డోంట్ థింక్ దట్ హైబ్రిడైజేషన్ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ 2 atoms. No, hybridization will happen only in the atom itself. Okay, so what is hybridization? Intermixing and rearranging of 2 or more atomic orbitals to form hybrid orbitals of equivalent shape, size and energy, etc. Hybridization definition is common for everything. Now we will come to the example. What is the example given here? BF3 molecule. Generally they will ask you to explain about BF3 molecule or BeCl2 molecule, or they will specify the hybridization, sp2 hybridization, sp3 hybridization and so on. So whatever you are starting, start with the central molecule. Okay, write the heading as here in the question it is given as formation, we will write the same thing. If it is given hybridization in BF3, you will write the heading hybridization in BF3. ఓకే, మన క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్లో ఎట్లా ఇచ్చారో హెడ్డింగ్ని అలా మార్చుకోవడం నేర్చుకోవాలి. ఆన్సర్ సేమే ఉంటుంది, హైబ్రిడైజేషన్ ఇన్ BF3 అయినా, ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ BF3 అయినా. ఓకే, ఆన్సర్ సేమే ఉంటుంది, కాకపోతే హెడ్డింగ్ we will be writing as per the question. Okay, formation of BF3. Electronic configuration. First of all, write with the electronic configuration of atoms. Electronic configuration of boron 1s2 2s2 2p1. ఇది ఏం electronic configuration? This is a ground state electronic configuration. Okay, so electronic configuration of boron, here in bracket you can write ground state. After this you can write excited state. What is the excited state configuration? 1s2, 2s1, 2p2. So what is happening here? What are the orbitals which are intermixing? 1s orbital and 2p orbitals. So what is the sentence that we write after writing the electronic configuration? We wrote the definition of hybridization. Now we wrote the electronic configuration of boron. Okay. We wrote the electronic configuration of boron in ground state and excited state. Now we will write the next sentence, the main sentence. 1s orbital, 2p orbitals, single atom ఉంది. Sorry, single electron ఉంది. So we'll write the same thing. 1s. Remember, I am writing a word 1. Okay. If I write 1s, it will change the meaning to the 1s orbital. So never write like that. Always write in words. Okay. 1s orbital and how many 2p orbitals are there? 2p orbitals. They intermix and rearrange themselves to form. ఎన్ని మిక్స్ అయ్యాయి? 1 2 3. 3 ఆర్బిటాల్స్ ఆర్ మిక్సింగ్. అంటే ఎన్ని ఆర్బిటాల్స్ ఫామ్ అవ్వాలి? హైబ్రిడ్ ఆర్బిటాల్స్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ 3. టు ఫార్మ్ 3. వాట్ ఈస్ ద హైబ్రిడైజేషన్? ఎస్ 1, పి 2. సో ఎస్ పి 2 is the hybridization. Okay. So 1s orbital, 2p orbitals, they intermix, rearrange. 1 plus 2, 3 form 3 ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Okay, hybrid orbitals form అయ్యాయి. దీని తర్వాత you have to write the sentence. What is happening? Hybridization అయిపోయింది. Now how the molecule, how the bond is formed. Okay. Each sp2 hybrid orbitals. Okay. One each and every hybrid orbital ఉంది. We discussed, right? ఇది ఒకటి, this is second, this is third. 1 2 and 3. 1 2 3 hybrid orbitals. Each hybrid orbital will form a bond with f orbital, sorry, p orbital of fluorine. Okay. Each hybrid orbital of boron will form a bond with p orbital of fluorine. Okay. That we are going to write. Each sp2 hybrid orbital of boron overlaps. Bond ఎట్లా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది? ఓవర్లాప్ అవుతే ఫామ్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? ఓవర్లాప్స్ విత్ p orbital of fluorine atom. Remember this very well. Hybrid orbitals will always and always form sigma bond. Hybrid orbitals will never form pi bond. Okay. So each sp2 hybrid orbital of boron atom overlaps with the p orbital of fluorine atom, forming obviously sigma bond. Ante. Definition of hybridization, electronic configuration. ఒక సెంటెన్స్ హైబ్రిడైజేషన్, ఏం హైబ్రిడైజేషన్, sp2 sp3 spi, ఏం హైబ్రిడైజేషన్, ఒక సెంటెన్స్ బాండ్ ఎట్లా ఫామ్ అయింది, దాని తర్వాత డయాగ్రామ్. వెదర్ యు ఆర్ రైటింగ్ ఇట్ ఫర్ 8 marks or you are writing it for the 4 marks, format will be same. You can't skip anything for 4 marks. Remember this very well. You can't skip anything for the 4 marks, including diagram. After this, it is mandatory to draw the diagram. So what is the diagram? One larger lobe, one smaller lobe. One larger lobe, one smaller lobe. Okay. Larger lobe, smaller lobe, larger lobe, smaller lobe, larger lobe, smaller lobe. These three are sp2 hybrid orbitals of boron. Okay, and they overlap with the p orbital of fluorine. Okay, remember hybrid orbital always will be larger in size compared to the p orbital. Okay, p orbital of fluorine forming the sigma bond. What is the sigma bond formed here? sp2 and p. These are the orbitals involved. Sigma bond sp2 p. Again sigma bond sp2 p. ఇది మొత్తం 360 degrees. What will be the one angle? Okay, one angle will be equal to 120 degrees. So bond angle is 120 degrees. When you join the tips of this, you get a shape of trigonal planar. So you will get 2 points. Shape is trigonal planar. Why we are writing planar? Because this shape lies in the same plane. ఒక ట్రయాంగిల్ కట్ చేసి ఒక ప్లేన్ లో పెడితే ఎట్లా ఉంటుందో it will be like that in the same plane. Okay, trigonal planar. And bond angle is bond angle of what? Fluorine, boron, fluorine. Fluorine, boron, fluorine is 120 degrees. Clear? Comment if you have any doubt or if you didn't understand any point in this answer. We will move on to the next question. Start with the sixth question. Sixth question, mostly physical science, you will have one question where information is given to you and you have to read, understand the information and write the answers for the question given there. Okay, which means if you read the question carefully, these 4 marks will go nowhere. Okay, what is the question? Observe the given information here. What is the information given? Material, different material names and their resistivity is given. Resistivity is in the sense how much they resist the passing of the current. Okay, resistors are nothing but like a speed breakers. When you are going on a road and if there is a speed breaker, you will slow down the speed. The resistors are the same. Okay, they will slow down the flow of electrons, which means the electricity also will slow down, right? So now here if you see, the major focus on the value of the resistivity should be this 10 to the power, not this. Okay, you have to focus on the 10 and the power on it. Okay, now metals will have the resistivity with the negative values because they do not resist much, they let the electricity pass, they are good conductors. Okay, non-metals like glass and air, if you see, they have positive values in the power of 10, like 10 to the power of 10, 10 to the power of 16, which means they are insulators. And here in the middle you have silicon, which is a semiconductor. Okay, so now let us see the questions. What are the questions which are given? What are the units of resistivity? You have in the question itself ohm meter. Here you need to understand one thing. If you want to get full marks, never ever write the answers in one word. Always and always write the answers in a full sentence. Now what is the question? Write the units of resistivity. So you will write in full sentence. The units of resistivity are ohm meter. Clear? So you will always write these information based question answers in full sentence. Okay, write the resistivity of the material which is used in electric bulb. Okay, what is the material? Tungsten filament is used. Tungsten filament is used in the electric bulbs. Okay, so the material which is used in electric bulb is tungsten, and the resistivity of tungsten is 5.60 into 10 to the power of minus 8. Write a complete sentence. Okay, the material which is used in electric bulb is tungsten, and the resistivity of tungsten is 5.60 into 10 to the power of minus 8. What is the third question? Name the semiconductor which is used in ICs. ICs in the sense integrated circuits. Whatever it is, they are asking about semiconductor. So you need to focus more on this semiconductor. What is the semiconductor in the list? Okay, silicon is a semiconductor. So the semiconductor which is used in ICs is silicon. Okay, now write the name of the material whose resistivity is in between 10 to the power of 14 to 10 to the power of 16 ohm meters. Okay, among this you have only one, air, which is about 10 to the power of 16. But in between 10 to the power of 14 to 16 you don't have anything. You have air which is around 10 to the power of 16 ohm meters with resistivity. Okay, so if you have any doubts related to this question, or if you want any topic to be explained related to this concept, you can tell me in the comment section.